Today on Celebrity Sweat, nobody gets access to better musicians than Celebrity Sweat. Solo artist and coolest guy that I've known since he was that big, James Maslow.
Oh, it's about this big, not that big?
Okay.
Hey, we've gotten bigger in the gym.
Yes, he has gotten bigger in every way.
Hi, I'm Taylor Dayne, and I'm on Celebrity Sweat, and we are pumping
First lower back.
I wanna live, I wanna give. I've been a miner for a heart of gold.
One of the very biggest, Def Leppard. What is it that makes a great musician a performer and not just a player?
I think it's almost like being an actor, like a method actor. You actually get into a character.
Def Leppard's touring mates, Journey.
Steve Smith here, drummer from the group Journey, and you're watching Celebrity Sweat.
I'm Eric the Trainer, and welcome back to Celebrity Sweat. Well, the most inspiring thing is music. It's literally the soundtrack of our lives. It's what all of us listen to as we do what we do. We're kicking it off with one of the very biggest, Phil Collen from Def Leppard. Check it out. Well, we're here in Cincinnati, Ohio, backstage at a massive Def Leppard concert. Journey's opening up tonight, and Phil, are you excited for the big show?
Absolutely. Back tonight, yeah. All good, yeah.
Now, how do you ramp up personally to perform in front of thousands of people?
Well, consistently, you have to. I work out, as you know. You work me out. So we do that in the eating thing. It makes such a huge difference. Eating well and kind of just being in a good frame of mind, and then it makes it easy. It really does. If you're physically kind of okay, it makes all of that stuff really easy.
True. You know, I've seen many, many rock concerts, and I've seen bands play in front of crowds, but you guys are truly performers. There's such a distinction. What is it that makes a great musician a performer and not just a player?
I think it's almost like being an actor, like a method actor. You actually get into a character. Like Kiss are great at it. They're almost like a theatre troupe. They actually do that, and so their show's amazing. Our show is like that as well, and we always kind of there's the performing, playing part, which is kind of very natural and everything, but then there's the other stuff, with all the moving parts, lasers and screens and that.
Are artists that you look to that bring inspiration to you?
So I really get a lot of my inspiration from the people that were just inspiring period, like Jimi Hendrix or Prince, people like that, and Sting. The Police were always a great band because they made a hybrid of music. It was a cross between rock, pop, reggae, it's all of that stuff. So I get inspired by true artistry.
Well, we're talking to a guy that's filled with pure talent, and up next, a Celebrity Sweat exclusive. Phil is going to show us around right here at Celebrity Sweat.
So this is the hospitality room, and this is where all the good stuff happens, all the food and what have you. So this we bring on tour with us all the time. We have a juicer. We're really looked after well, so it makes such a huge difference.
Fly me
up to the moon. This Joe is gonna
and let me play amongst the stars.
Out there's the venue. That you can hear some noise out there. Journey be going on soon. Here's the dressing room. We don't want to go in there. Could be nude men in there. Oh, there's a.
We're working on it.
Busted! Oh man,
so heavy.
Look at that. The Sparkle Lounge. You play and rehearse and. Ooh, look. Rick's kit there. Viv's guitar. The Black Star amps. Is my Jackson PC1, Phil in Japanese. Jackson guitars, which I've been using forever. They're their 30th anniversary a few years ago, and I hand painted or splashed, not really painted, 30 guitars, and that says Phil in Japanese because I want to make it a little bit different, a little bit kind of special or something. So I've got two of these, and I use them on tour. It's pretty awesome. So it's good fun.
So cool. And why the brass pick? Does it give a different sound?
It totally does. I mean, I don't know if you can hear this, but you can hear the attack, especially when you go. Yeah. it's got a presence to it, you know. Yeah. Hey, I'm Phil Collen from Def Leppard, and you're watching Celebrity Sweat.
Coming up next, we are going to be with Def Leppard's touring mates, Journey, and specifically Steve Smith, one of the coolest drummers in the world. So, stick around. I'm Eric the Trainer, and welcome back to Celebrity Sweat. Well, today we're in beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia, with none other than Steve Smith, the drummer for the most amazing band, Journey. Steve, it's great to have you here. What's the tour been like with Def Leppard?
Oh, this has been an incredible tour. I love being on tour with Def Leppard because they push us and they really make us play to our peak because they're such a powerhouse band that we have to make sure we're really on every single night. And they're super guys, really great people. So we're having a good tour. We're getting close to the end. We're in the final week, but we've been out for 6 months. It's been pretty heavy duty.
Oh, yeah. Now, is playing with another band kind of like working out with someone where if they're really intense, it brings up your intensity?
That's definitely the case. And I will say this band is the most intense other band that we've been on tour with, so they do keep us on our game.
Fantastic.
Which we like. We're happy about that.
Oh, excellent.
We like that.
It must be a parade of hits. I mean, between all the Def Leppard hits that they play and all the hits that you guys play, the audience must really feel the value for their ticket price.
Yeah, I do think the audience is really getting their money's worth, and there are so many hits just one after another, and that's what we're here to do. We're here to play for the people, and we are doing that and having a good time as well.
So cool. Now, have you gotten a chance to see Def Leppard's show at all? Have you snuck out and seen the show? What's your impression of their show?
Yeah, I've seen the show quite a bit over the past 6 months, and it's just powerful. Really, really powerful. It's the guys they sound incredible every night. Rick Allen is a true inspiration for me that he has overcome his handicap, and he plays an unbelievable solo every night, and the people give him so much love, and they really respond to him. So he's an inspiration, and all the guys are just monster players.
Awesome. Let's talk about your drumming. When did you start playing drums? What drove you to play the drums? What drew you to that whole percussive world?
Yeah, I started when I was 9 years old, which was 1963, and I think in those days my two main inspirations were like big band jazz, Gene Krupa and the swing era jazz sound, and marching bands.
And Steve, of course, life on the road, it could be grueling from exercise standpoint, from a diet standpoint, and lack of sleep. How do you handle life on the road?
I've developed a lot of techniques to stay healthy on tour. I do a lot of preparation before I come on tour. So I do a lot of yoga, and I have a private yoga instructor. I do a 1 hour warm-up backstage on a practice drum set. So that really gets me in the flow. So by the time I hit the stage, I'm already warmed up and ready to go. I don't hit the stage cold. I really try to eat well, and my diet, you could say the closest thing to a description would be paleo diet, where I'm off most grains. I'll eat a little bit of rice, but I'm off grains like wheat and corn. I eat a lot. It's like 80% vegetables and some fruit, and then some fish or organic meat, things like that. So that really helps me.
Well, he's the backbone of Journey. He keeps the beat going, and all of the action is right here at Celebrity Sweat. Up next, our own Jake the Trainer is with the incredible Taylor Dayne. Her voice is so beautiful, and I have a message for Jake. I'll always love you.
We are back here at Celebrity Sweat, officially in Hollywood at the ETT Mecca. I am here with the one and only, the beautiful Taylor Dayne. Taylor, it is so good to have you here. How are you feeling today?
I feel excellent.
You look great. Now,
Thank you.
we know you have a ton of stuff going on. You're touring around. You got a book coming out, which we'll get into. give us a little bit of information. How was it like growing up in New York City? What kind of a lifestyle did you live? And how did that shape, your future?
Firstly, fans, Long Island girl, grew up in New York, born and raised. How did that shape? Well, I mean, we had sports were an integral part of growing up, and music. So I had music in school, my public school, and I had sports. I was more of a gymnast, track and field. I started with dance, a little ballet, and they said, you're not built for ballet. So we had bullying way back then.
Oh,
At 6, I was bullied out of ballet, and I went right into modern dance. They said, you're built for modern dance. Lavinia Williams took me with open arms.
When did music play a role in that?
Music was kindergarten, and I had a voice for it. My father gave me my first little radio, and I grew up in New York, so it was WABC radio. I sang along to it.
Is there anyone that you could kind of say, hey, you're responsible for helping me shape my music?
Karen Carpenter's the purity of her voice. Aretha Franklin, I think most singers would say that. You could put Led Zeppelin in the mix with that. Joni Mitchell, one of the greatest writers and lyricists and melodies, and Neil Young, and you want me to keep going?
Yes.
And Allman Brothers, and I won't stop. Those were voices that, to me, had a real rhythm and blues quality to it, and heart, passion.
Let me ask you this question. Now, the music, the whole lifestyle is a very tough lifestyle. You got traveling and playing late at night and getting up early.
I get a lot of my creative work done later in, afternoons on. So for those fitness fanatics, I understand the metabolic clock and what needs to work. For me, personally, the most important thing is keeping my body, mind, the fitness. I need energy to tour, and I tour primarily all year. I mean, there's no I don't go out for 3 months and come back and call it a day. I've raised twins, a single mom, so it's imperative that I keep my body, my mind, and in check.
Is it hard to maintain that healthy lifestyle on the road?
Yes, there's a lot of, if you're in a tour bus, there's a lot of road stuff, there's a lot of quick things. But look at every airport now. I think they accommodate every eater now.
Now, let's just say you did an unbelievable job following your diet, you got a lot of sleep, you've been working out, and you need a cheat meal.
Oh, well, I'm a Jew from Long Island. I mean, what's the cheat meal? It's called Sunday, right? It's a bagel. There's nothing like a bagel.
I want some lox in the bagel. Nothing?
I will throw a lox on it.
Oh.
But I will put tomato, vegetable cream cheese, we'll do whitefish salad.
Oh, yeah.
Work with me.
Now, Taylor, we know you have an unbelievable book out right now, right?
Yes.
We would love to hear a little about that. Would you please tell everybody watching what they would be able to get from your book and what your book's about?
Well, it's called Tell It to My Heart. A couple of years ago, I did a TED Talk. And it really inspired me to write further. It's really traveling this 30-year celebration. This is my 30-year anniversary of the release of Tell It to My Heart, believe it or not. No, it's crazy.
First lower back, right? Now you can go right into a downward dog, and that'll stretch those hamstrings out really good.
Oh, yeah.
If you can. I would separate them about a foot, like shoulder width. That's a little much, but
definitely.
yeah. And you back up on it if you can. If you need to bend your knees, do it. All of that. Walk your hands up, bend your knees. So I'm getting this whole upper weight on there, and I will hang my head.
So stretching is a big part of your routine then? Do these stretches.
You can go
Flexibility
right into
is so important.
You can go right into your planks, you can go right into your push-ups.
Look at this.
You can go right into,
wow.
That's really, it just gives you, I don't know, it just helps me get the strength. It's a good start or it's a good end, but I would suggest it because this is the first thing, before I go on stage, I'm stretching. I'm vocalizing my voice, so I'm stretching my muscles in my voice. I do it when I do my makeup, when I do my hair.
Right.
And same
become
thing
part
with
of
working out.
Part of your daily life now.
Yeah.
We are going to do a little Jim Jam sing-along.
With them windshield wipers snapping times and Taylor clapping hands, we finally sang up every song that driver knew. Freedom was just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing ain't worth nothing,
But it's free.
feeling good was easy now
when it's
Yeah, go.
Feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me and Bobby and him McGee. I wanna live. I wanna searching for a heart of gold. But I'm getting old. No, we aren't.
Through the ages, teen heartthrobs make the girls scream like you wouldn't believe. And up next, James Maslow is the only guy I've ever known where I mentioned his name and the young woman I was talking to started to faint. James, you're too talented. I'm Eric the Trainer, and welcome back to Celebrity Sweat, where we have a very special Gym Jams for you with my pal, solo artist, greatest actor, and coolest guy that I've known since he was that big, James Maslow.
Oh, it's about this big, not that big?
Okay.
Hey, we've gotten bigger in the gym.
Yes, he has gotten bigger in every way, but it's so great to have James here, and man, it is amazing to see what is happening in your career. It just keeps on going up, up, and up. How does fitness fit in with being an artist?
From your lips to God's ears, thank you. It's, look, I've known you for what, almost a decade at this point. We've been working out together and been friends. For me, I can't do what I do in music and acting in this sometimes crazy town without a release. And my biggest release, my daily ritual is fitness, is going to the gym and working out. It allows me physically and mentally to just keep everything else in line and, for the most part, stay stress-ish free.
Yes.
It helps a lot.
Awesome. Well, millions of fans will get a chance to see James in action right here. Check it out.
Someone who tears out your heart. Who knows? Who knows?
Cool. Thank you, guys. That was Who Knows. And, yeah. Released that last year. It's one of my favorite songs. You guys can check it out. Spotify. It's a cool music video for it. Before we jump back in with Eric, let's play one more. It's a little more current. Falling. This is my boy, Try4. It's a ton of fun. We'll do that and we'll talk to Eric a little more, yeah?
But sometimes you catch me losing my breath, and I'm fighting to get some air to my chest. My knees get weak when you're walking alone. I think I'm falling for you. Hey,
Yeah. Eric, jump on in before we play all day.
All right. So my first question is, when you turn on Spotify, when you turn on the radio, what motivates and inspires you today? What artists do you have on your radar that you like to listen to?
There's so many awesome independent artists out there. John Bellion has been an inspiration of mine for a long time because he is so unique, he's so authentic to himself, and when he plays live, he does everything live, and it's real and it's authentic, so I'm gonna give him a shout out for sure. And I still listen to, Michael Jackson. I've just been listening to him a ton recently. And then back to some like my San Diego roots, like Jack Johnson, who another just awesome acoustic artist. So, yeah.
Well, when we think about those icons, Michael Jackson, Prince, these guys that are no longer on the planet, who is there to replace them? Who are the artists that you think will motivate the future?
I think time will tell.
Okay.
I think it's tough to say right now because we have so much music, so many artists, which is an amazing thing, but who's gonna last is impossible to say right now.
Now let's talk about the single. It's a great song. It seems to be about the way that people communicate now, which has really changed since I was a lot younger. What's it like, man? What's it like to be young and on the scene?
Dude, it's even changed for me, trust me. Technology is amazing, but it has changed the game in so many ways. But to that point, to communication, so many people these days just text. Now, text is cool, it's convenient, it's quick, but it's so impersonal. So my song All Day, in a very fun way, is saying, like, look, I get it, we can flirt over text, we can do this all day, but I'd so much rather do this in person. So that's really the vibe of it, and we wanted to make something, danceable and fun and relatable, and it's talking about a pet peeve in my mind. I can't stand just texting. Like, if I call you and you text me back, like, hey, what's up? Like, you're free, you just didn't want to talk on the phone, not close homies. Not how it works.
Well, without further ado, James Maslow, All Day.
Let's do it.
Are we gonna do this all day? Cause baby, I could do this all day, all day, all day. I've been waiting for you, baby. All day, all day, all day. I've been missing you like crazy. All day, all day, all day. Ain't enough to just call you. Tell me where you're at and I'll come through.
Well, that's it. That's all I know. We heard the music, and it's time to go. For Celebrity Sweat, I'm Eric the Trainer. I'll see you next time.
Bagels, whitefish salad,
Bagels,
lox,
bagels,
you
bagels.
name it. You name it, we got it right here with Taylor.
Okay,
You're
that's
one-
my
yeah.
cheat.
Yeah,
Like
you're
a
one- oh, man,
hamburger,
you're
you have to
ready.
be very hungover for the hamburger. That's all I have to say. What do you think, strong man? Well, let's get some music. Listen,
what do you think?
You can do music. You can do lifting.
Yep.
You can be a stunt man. You can be a musician. Look
That's
at
right.
it.
Oh, baby, baby, how was I supposed
Nice.
to know? Something wasn't right.
20-year anniversary.
Oh, baby, baby,
20 years.
I
That's
should
insane.
have to let you go. Now you're out of sight, yeah.
Hey, Dan.
What's up? Is this fun?
This is the 12-time sumo wrestling champion, Sumo Dan.
Damn, Sumo Dan.
It's
Hi,
Taylor
Taylor
Dayne.
Dayne. What a pleasure.
nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you. Why do I still have a spoon? Natalie, it's yours.
In so many concerts, have you ever seen fans go absolutely wild? What's some of the crazy things you've seen on the road that you've witnessed?
Now you're putting me on the spot here.
Obviously backstage. No running away. There you go. Doing some boxing there. Get it? Oh, sorry.